The final day of the 2017 Western States Invitational comes your way from the Bloomington Ice Gardens, courtesy of Youth Hockey Hub. 2 games with the teams that traveled here today, featuring the first between the Dallas Junior Stars and the Colorado Thunderbirds before they leave town. Both these teams trying to get a win before they leave town. They're sitting at 0-3 in the case, or rather 0-4 in the case of the Thunderbirds. They lost once in overtime, and the Dallas Stars 0-4 into this matchup. They've both trended upwards, however. You look at the Dallas Stars, they scored just a single goal in their first 2 games, were outscored 9-1, but they've put up 6 goals over their last 2 games, outscored 11-6. And the Colorado Thunderbirds, almost the same story, just 1 goal in their first 2. They were outscored 11-1, but they put up 4 goals in their last 2 games, despite coming up on the short end. Leading teams in this one, Great Plains, ended up 4-0 after they beat Rink Academy last night with 12 points, 21 goals scored for the top scoring team through the first 2 days, the only 2 days when everyone was playing, and then 20 goals apiece for Rink Academy and Gentry Academy, who both ended up at 3-1. The Anaheim Junior Ducks, meanwhile, were 1-2, and they put up 10 goals and allowed 15. And the Ducks will play later on today. This one, though, the Junior Stars and the Colorado Thunderbirds. Stars in the black, trimmed in green. They'll go left to right to open things up. We're on Rink 2 today. Rink 2 here at the Bloomington Ice Gardens, 2 of 3 here at the Ice Gardens, and this one getting used for these final 2 games today. The icing's going to bring it back the other way. For Colorado, it's Steven Savage who is in net. 3rd game in net for the Littleton, Colorado native. 19 of 29 shots stopped so far this season. Alexander Opalats on the other side for Dallas. He's out of Cypress, Texas, 0-2. Has stopped 41 of 52. We're 20 seconds in. We got our first icing and a face-off to the stick side of Savage. And the puck settles in behind the net on its way back out of the Colorado zone. They're trying to work it forward towards Opalats. Off the wall. Back deep, and it bounces in behind the cage. Tapped around. Colorado trying to control and set up some offense for the first time. Interesting matchup for both of these two. Obviously, they've had their troubles scoring, and we'll see who can come to the fore in this one. Taken out by Copeland Fricker for a moment. He's got a couple of assists on the season. Then turned over. Pajos skating nifty to the top of the circle and fires the shot. Turned away by Opalats into the corner. Evan Pajos does have an assist. He's out of Castle Pines, Colorado. Pajos with a nifty move there to take that puck away. Now Zucker Mandel had the turnover, but there were still 2 white sweaters back in the zone. And that will stop up the turnover chance with 13:51 to go. Okay, so they're playing today. But they're not going to be on. Oh, they're not. Right, yeah. Okay. So these are the final 2 games. Yep. Okay. 13:35 and counting here in this first period of action. First game of 2 today to close down the Western States Invitational. And we've had some pressure from the Thunderbirds, the Colorado Thunderbirds so far. Their leading scorer and leading skater has been Kelson Evenson out of Aurora, Colorado. He's got 3 goals and 1 assist. They wear number 71 in white. He makes an impact on both ends of the ice. He kind of goes, they go as he goes just a bit. They played Gentry Academy in the morning session yesterday, and he was almost single-handedly able to pull them into a tie and into a game late in that one before Gentry Academy did what they've done multiple times now in this tournament, and that's pull away late. Those 2 teams won't play today. Scheduling issues just kind of keeping that from happening, but those 2 teams got their 4 games earlier in the first 2 days of the tournament. They're the local squads, and these 2 teams, of course, coming from out west, a little further for this Western States Invitational. 12:44 to go here in the first period. Got the bird's eye view right on top of the ice here in Rink 2. Fewer spots for fans here on the second rink as that one's shot high up over the cage by Brendan Kuhn. And then a rebound jump right back in. It comes off the glass and is poked home. So that first shot carried him so hard back that there was another opportunity in front. And they slam it right past Savage. So it's Dallas who will get on the board first. 12:38 to go here in this first period. Quickly off the draw at center ice. Jared Weissert from Brendan Kuhn, and now right back comes Colorado, and they'll score just 17 seconds later. And we're barely settled in, getting the other goal confirmed and called. And Colorado evens us up at 1. So it's flying in fast here. Less than 3 minutes gone here in period number 1. Zucker Mandel plays it back behind the blue line. Unassisted for Ryan Kelly to tie this game up. And the icing's going to bring it back the other way. So Ryan Kelly for Colorado scores his first goal of the tournament out of Highlands Ranch. And Jared Weissert on the other side out of South Lake, Texas, evens it up now. He's got a goal and an assist. Kuhn's first points as he picks up the assist. He had that shot that slammed off the glass. And Karam back out in front. Another puck sliding around in front of Savage. Tap back out through the circle, goes back to the blue line, into the corner. Duck down, and Stars can bring it out under the control of Copeland Fricker. Skating through the circle, Savage clamps the pads down on it as Fricker put one down low. And they'll come out with the face-off. More pressure. Changes coming in for Colorado. More pressure for the Stars. 11:32 to go. We're tied at 1. Both these teams searching for their first win of the Invitational. And they've both been able to put up an early goal. Fricker trying to move it back through neutral ice the other way. Has to poke it away to try and do it from Tanner Freed. Freed couldn't completely clear it. It's in tight off the pads and then cleared out towards the blue line. Taken back down through the circle. Attempted a shot that was slapped away. Still pressure right in front of Savage. Puck hops high. Some blocking going on in front. Down by the defenseman, Bo Slater. Just again gets his skate on it. This one taps it ahead and allows the clear to come. Finally, eventually cleared out by Riley Hunt-Vaughn all the way back down, sliding through the blue paint. And that one will come back for the icing. More pressure coming up for the Stars. Hayden Cox will slide onto the ice. Face-off goes to the stick side of Savage. 10:45 to go here in this first period. Another deep shot that flies high. Sailing around. Those have had some dangerous results so far. MacArthur tries to get it through neutral ice. Turned over. Helm picks it back up at the blue line. He's got Cox at the circle. Doesn't go. Instead, dips it below the goal line. Puts it into the back of the net. Played there and back out by Taylor Johnson. Got it to the blue line, but no further. It's held in on the far side by Hamilton. Hamilton sends it in front, sliding around, save, and that one was stopped. No goal. So it looked like it went in, but a sprawling save for Savage. And he's able to pick it up. So it'll just be a draw off to his glove side. Cox fighting for control. McNair comes over to try and keep it in. It's dipped out. Hamilton has it, keeping it away at the blue line from Strawn. Make that Payne. But right back into the zone. One save made with the glove by Savage, and he's able to clear it away with the help of his defense in front in the blue paint. McNair, though, still has it outside the circle. Kelly trying to poke it free. Zucker Mandel moves it into the corner. That one slides in close behind the net. Payne flips it up the boards and pushes it out along the far side. 9:45 to go here in the first period. We're tied at 1. Helm to bring it back in for Dallas. Touch pass into Cox. Cox slides down the slot. Put that shot on net. Directed away by the heel of the glove of Savage that time. Scrum behind the net for the puck. taken away. Nifty move to cut in front for Brent Johnson. Johnson in the corner with it. 9.5 to go here in this first period. And they slide it all the way back out. Now they can settle. Cox instead takes the long bomb of a shot, and that one sails wide. Back out towards the blue line. Hunt Bond with the backhand clear, but that's going to bring it back with the icing, as he was just about a step and a half away from the blue line to try and avoid that, but swept it away. 9:16 to go. Back the other way we come. So 2 goals inside the first 3 minutes of this one. First, Wiesert for Dallas, and then Kelly for Colorado. 17 seconds later to put us right back where we were. Dewey out of Coppell, Texas. He's playing right at the blue line. High Point with it. Deflects off of 2 defensemen. Then still a shot. Swept in there. Stopped by the left pad of Savage. Ben Flett was on the doorstep. Opportunistic. Freed trying to bring it out of the zone, and he lost his stick. And he lost his stick because of a hook. So that's going to send Brendan Kuhn into the box. So first power play of the game. We'll get a draw at neutral ice. 2 minutes. Another positive feature of Rink 2 from a broadcast standpoint. The clock is right in front of us instead of on one end, so that's nice. And we are right on top of the action. That's where we are here for the final 2 games of the Western States Invitational. We're tied at 1. Into the zone with Colorado, 5-on-4. Trying to take a lead. They held a lead for 17 seconds at 1-0. Back to Zucker Mandel, playing at the blue line with it. Fires it through traffic. Had a man set up there, but it never went to Bo Slater. Deflected away by the defense and back down the ice. They avoid the icing, get the change. Dallas so far so good. Minute 20 to go here in the power play. And that one slides down. And an inadvertent icing on the advantage. And now Dallas shorthanded will have a face-off coming to the stick side of Steven Savage. 5'9", 140 for the Littleton, Colorado resident. 19 of 29 in the tournament, 0-2. Dallas controls the draw. Take it out of the zone. Quickly to waste some time, they spin it back down, dump it in. Instead of trying to attack, they're shorthanded. They've successfully washed about 20 seconds off of that penalty. Now they're down below a minute for Colorado as they come back into the zone. Kelly flying in, receives the pass again at the inside circle. Payne tries to backhand towards the net. It's deflected behind, finds its way back to Kelly. Got Cook out at the blue line if he wants it. Bouncing puck, settled down. Goes to Payne around the blue line, back to Cook. Rather the goal line. Cook's at the blue line, and he shoves it back down below the net. 40 seconds to go in the power play. Puck tipped on its way towards the net. Lands on the far side right in front of Evenson. Evenson dumps it back down to the corner, but it's intercepted and brought back the other way by Alexander Luff. Sends it along the boards all the way down. They avoid, thought they did, but it was an icing. Nobody tapped it, so we come back the other way with 26 seconds to go in the power play. 7:20 to go here in the first period. Colorado scored first, trying to take advantage of the Brendan Kuhn penalty. Pick up the 3rd goal of this period and take another 1-goal lead. Hunt Bond right off the draw. Flips it forward. It was deflected up and bounced down into that corner. 15 seconds to go. Evenson fires it. Bouncing puck. Tapped once in front. Saved inside by Opalats. Best chance right there on a bouncing puck. Now the scrum in front of the Dallas bench, and that's going to expire this penalty, but a whistle right as it happened with 6:54 to go. And a penalty coming up on Hunter Cook. So 1 out of the box one side, Cook into the box. .6:54 to go. 2 minutes on the power play now for Dallas. Draw it neutralized. Stars controlled it. Howard quickly puts it into the zone. And they lost it at the blue line, poked away by Colorado. Freed chases, but he's never going to get there. Drake Hamilton out of Westlake, Texas, who's got an assist in the tournament. Quick change, Freed out. Jackson Howell in. And apologies to Jackson Howe, at least in the 2 Colorado games that I've called, he hadn't been registered on the roster. Noticed he was on there today, so good stuff for him. Howell's played quite a bit as that one's in front, and Savage clamps down on it. Howell was there, Zucker Mandel was there, and Zucker Mandel ushers a Stars player back to the boards. Cole Helm. He's off now. 5-on-4. Favor of the Stars. They're attacking left to right here in this first period. Tied at 1 with 6:10 to go. Pass just kind of slides into the circle up for grabs there. Johnson had a chance to take it away, but the Stars control. Back to Hamilton at the blue line. He's got a man off to his left. He'll center it up, fire the shot. That one settles wide, off the rebound and in. Power play goal for the Stars, and they score the last 2, and they'll pick it up to take a 1-goal lead for the first time in this game. Knocked in off the backboards by Copeland Fricker. So long shot in from Hamilton at the point. And Dallas takes a 2-1 lead. 5:53 to go. And we've got a third penalty now. Right off the draw on a cross-check for Ben Flett. We haven't played 5-on-5, it seems like, for about 7 minutes. This time it's Colorado back on the advantage. They had the first. They could not do anything with it. Right as it expired, a penalty on Colorado, and that led to the power play goal and the 2-1 lead now for Dallas. Zucker Mandel, though, directing things down into the corner. Trying to find Howell. Howell back to Zucker Mandel at the blue line. He sends that one rising over the crossbar. Had some open net up top there. Just couldn't hit it. Tapped away, and that came off the stick of Rowan Picaro. And all the way back. And it's still going to draw the icing. 5:10 to go, minute 21. Remaining here on the penalty. Third penalty of the game, second for Colorado on the power play. Off the draw, taken right away by Fricker. Copeland Fricker works it in. Almost tumbled into the bench there and comes away with the puck somehow. He's finally bumped off at the circle by Kelly. Puck still loose, picked up by Evenson. Evenson through the circle, comes to MacArthur. MacArthur through neutral ice, 1-on-2. He'll dump it down, see if they can set up their power play offense. 55 seconds to go in the advantage. Fricker sends it around the boards for Dallas. Trying to get somebody to help finish the clear on the far side. Instead, well, they're able to control. And now Fricker can dump it up, bounces it down, tries to send it off the boards and slow it down for his team to get there. And instead, it's just slapped away, so they avoid the icing. 39 seconds to go. Players caught up at center ice, Johnson and MacArthur. MacArthur lost his stick for a moment. He's got it back as he chases down towards the corner. 28 seconds to go in the power play. Big hit leveled on the far side. A lot of action going on behind the play with these two teams. And eventually that's going to draw a whistle with that action behind the play. And we're probably going to be skating 4-on-4 here for 19 seconds. It's MacArthur, who had lost his stick, had got tangled up. And he was the one that got caught. So 4-on-4 for 19 seconds. And then another Dallas power play. The final 8 minutes of this period have almost been spent exclusively with one team or the other with an advantage. 5 seconds to go of 4-on-4. Shot flipped up. Goes wide for Strong. Flett's out of the box. Helm comes onto the ice for him. And now it's 5-on-4 in favor of the Stars. So they kill off a second penalty. They're 2 for 2 in the penalty kill as that shot short-handed now from the blue line. Sails wide. Cook holds it in. Chase down there for Cooper Bedoin. Puck hops up. Free for the taking. Fricker down the far side. No, excuse me, that's Cox on the far side with 3:20 to go. Gets in tight. Savage stays down low and makes the stop with his left pad. Minute 8 to go as the puck sneaks out of the zone. 3:09 remaining here in the period. Johnson just off his stick. Gets it into the zone eventually. He's bumped, and that allows the puck free to Zucker Mandel. Off the boards to Cook. He bats it down, takes the shot. That one's deflected off a defenseman in front. Still more action in front as Johnson's trying to tap it away. Cox comes in, goes top shelf, and fires it home. Power play goal number 2 for the Stars. And it's 3-1. Kept after it. And eventually bounced out to Cox just inside the circle. And he sends it home. So the Stars with 2 unanswered. After they scored the first goal of the game. Johnson picked up the assist, a save for Savage with the glove down on the ice. So 2 power play goals and a 2-goal lead here. And we're actually skating even 5-on-5 after we've had a rash of 4 penalties, 2 on each team, over the last 5 or 6 minutes. Dallas takes it back out of the zone. Kuhn had a chance at that one. Taps off of him. He knocked it towards the zone. Couldn't catch up to it. Spins around the boards outside of the reach of Weissert, who actually got this start. I might have said Colorado had a 1-0 lead at one point. It was Dallas who was up 1-0. And then 17 seconds later, Colorado tied it, so they've never led. Slater ducks in past the blue line, has Freed behind him, has to spin in towards the corner. Puck caught up, 4 players over there. Late check, slamming into the boards there to keep a Stars player out of his pursuit. Dinner will be feeling that a little bit as the puck is hopped up into the stands. Minute 47 to go here in the first period. And it has been highly active for these 2 teams that we mentioned. Low scoring in their first 2 games. They started to pick it up a little bit over their final 2, despite the fact they were held out of the win column. Minute 40 to go. That one hops high. Raiders see one hop up into the stands here in rink number 2. That one almost did it. .90 seconds to go. Dallas trying to work with some possession. Each team with an even strength goal than Dallas. The difference, 2 power play tallies. Kuhn fires that one rapidly across the blue paint far side. Off the wall, it's picked up by Howell. Howell tries to send it to Payne. Too strong, but it deflects right towards the center of the ice. And that one's actually all the way across the goal line for an icing. And we'll get another change with a minute 9 to go. Fricker, Werner, and Luff check back in. You might have picked that up. That was Kelson Evenson on the bench just below us to our right, trying to fire up his Colorado teammates. So not just on the ice, leading things, trying to do it emotionally too, this Colorado squad. Picaro dumped that one down, deflected off of somebody there on its way down. Dallas laying nifty in front of their own net, slid that pass right through the crease in front of Opalats. Luff having trouble getting away from the forecheck of Kelly. Kelly staying right on him. Luff to the blue line. Splits 2 defenders. Hangs on to it. Nearly overskated it. Dumps it in. Fricker trying to chase as Luff heads back to the bench. Fricker with a man behind. It's Werner. Werner off the boards. One-time shot. Deflected in traffic. Werner tracks it down in behind the net. Nifty spin. Trying to wrap it around the post. Didn't get it. Savage stays right there. There's 10 seconds and counting. Puck still alive. Savage a little bit of trouble gaining his feet again. Dallas hanging on. Fricker just lost it. Knocked off the back of his skate. Payne won't get a shot away before the end of the period. So 3-1 is your score. The difference, 2 power play goals for the Dallas Stars. Each team into the penalty box twice, and the Stars made the most of it 2 times in a row. We'll have a second period coming up shortly. So glad you're with us here in the Western States Invitational for 2017. Again, the Stars came in with 7 goals scored. That was only ahead of the Thunderbirds as far as in the tournament. They put up 3 today, so they're within a half a goal. Should be a trick to see, but of halfway to their total for the tournament. Just in that first period. For the Stars on their way through the tournament, lost to Great Plains 6-0 on day 1, game 1. Lose later on to the Anaheim Junior Ducks 3-1. Rink Academy got them 5-3, and then Gentry Academy beat them 6-3. Their 2 games yesterday. For the Thunderbirds, their first loss, they ran into the buzzsaw that is Rink Academy that we'll see in our next game against the Anaheim Junior Ducks. 7-0 the final there, but they've put up goals in every other game. 4-1 they lost to Great Plains. 5-3 they lost to Gentry in a game that was close. And 2-1 lost to the Junior Ducks. That one was in overtime. So they've got to still be smarting a little bit from that. Comes to looking at potential victories that might have gone by the wayside. Here they are feeling positive and tied things up. 17 seconds after the Stars took a lead. Two power play goals later, the Stars are up. Kelson Evenson, the last word in the huddle for his Colorado teammates. Savage skates off the other way as they'll go right to left. Will the Dallas Stars and left to right in white go the Thunderbirds. So a fresh 15. Up for a second period. Zucker Mandel, last one out onto the ice. And a whistle. And we'll redrop that. 2 seconds expired. Second period opens. Dallas trying to set with possession. Instead, Payne picks it off, and he takes it back out of neutral ice the other way. Dumps it around the boards. Evenson waiting at the blue line to try and hold that one in. Never got to him. Instead, it was Howard who took it away. Now Howard flying in across the blue line on Evenson. Steps inside of him, but lost the puck. Chance at it again, and it was steered away by Savage. Pretty move, just couldn't hang on to the puck long enough. Now one off the boards and a long chase for Freed. He loses that battle with Devin McNair, able to turn the corner in the corner. And at least slow up a potential rush for the Thunderbirds. Pounding with it along the boards. Back in front, just sliding off the stick of Pajos. And we'll get a neutralized face-off with 13:59 to go here in the second period. Sunday from the Bloomington Ice Gardens, final day of the Western States Invitational. Ice Garden, not plural. McNair off the draw, takes it, plays it back to Drake Hamilton. Weisert with it, he fires. That one just caught the toe of Savage in net as he directed it back towards the corner. Strawn plays it off the wall. Pajos now coming in for Colorado through the circle, and he fires that one off the blocker. Stick is down, and it's the stick of the goalie who now just picks it up. His teammates clear it out just in time. Taken down by Weisert. That one Redirected right on net. Saved. Another chance put in by Ben Flett, and that one was wide. And out of the zone it goes. Chance to reset back there for Drake Hamilton. He assisted on their last power play goal. Check that, their first power play goal for Fricker. Trying to clear with Hunter Cook. He dragged it below the goal line. Now sends it out far side for Jacob Strawn. He can't clear. Luff ducks it back down. Wiesert on the chase. Big number 71 in black and green. Slides towards the corner. Strawn this time able to turn and send it out. Helped by Bedoin. Back up the ice it goes. Skips past Johnson. No icing there. Johnson sends it down to Cook. Back to him. Instead, it finds its way all the way to the boards. Luff had a chance at a one-timer outside the circle. He'll get another chance, and he fires this one into Savage. Swung and missed at the first, but then Love stayed with it, and the puck fell free at his feet again. He slapped that one ahead, and Savage made the save. 3-1 your score. 12:24 to go here in the second period. Luff at the blue line. Can just touch it over to Fricker. Fricker below the goal line it goes. Evenson fighting for the puck far side with Fricker. Hops up over both of them off the boards. Cleared out. That goes off the skate of one of the Dallas Stars. Riddle chases it down towards the corner. Huntbahn on him to force the quick move to the opposite corner. Fricker dumps it to Riddle. In behind the goal line, trying to clear, looking for some space. Luff is up on this near side. Now we'll get the face-off to the glove side of Alexander Opalats, who really with those penalties, even in the 2 penalty kills for Dallas, not put under too much duress. It's that first quick goal right off the draw following their goal. Luff now trying to get ahead of the pack. Dumps it over. Right side. Quick shot. Hit the pipe. Stars trying to hold it in. Evan Werner came that close to a 4-1 lead. He's posted up in front again. Gets a little shovel pass. Floating puck. Collapsed down on with the glove by Savage. It's a great play with Luff into Werner. And now Luff didn't take kindly to something that MacArthur said. Gave him a little shove. Werner's going to take the draw. Flower Mound, Texas. Goal and an assist in the tournament so far. Pulled from the zone, Zucker Mandel slides it ahead. He'll leave it and let Freed go get it. Move back to the blue line. Charles is defenseman out there with him as well. That one's tapped through. Just a little touch of the stick for Ryan Kelly. And it's a 1-goal game with 10:58 to go in the second. Follow the bouncing puck, and Ryan Kelly kept his eye on it, got his stick on it. And with 10:58 to go, Kelly has his second goal of the game. Two even strength goals for Colorado. Payne picks up the assist. 2 goals for Kelly, who did not have a tally coming into this game. So maybe he's the difference. Colorado looking for their first win. Payne gets his first 2 goals. See if that turns out to be the case. Pajos walled off. He lost his stick. Thunderbirds hang on to possession. Johnson sends one that had some open net to the upper corner. Couldn't find it. Hamilton has it poked away at neutral ice. He'll track back and pick it up. Got McNair skating with him back below the blue line. Also help from Cole Helm. It was taken away. The turnover there. The hand is in the air. And now we'll get the penalty coming up. And they're feeling it on the bench off to our right. They're back within a goal. They're about to have a power play opportunity. with 10 minutes to go here in the second. The hook on Hamilton. So the third power play opportunity for Colorado, and it doesn't start well. Right off the draw, Fricker takes it all the way up the ice shorthanded, takes the shot, and that one was in! Ducked it under the crossbar and back out off the twine, and with 9:54 to go, all that good feeling just sucked away from Colorado with the shorthanded wrister from Copeland Fricker. His second goal of the game. How about that? Lose the opening draw of the power play, and Dallas makes him pay. That'll be unassisted. So, special teams, the difference for Dallas. 2 power play goals, a shorthanded goal, and a 2-goal lead. Colorado comes back the other way with Evenson. Wraps it around the boards after it went wide to the right. Picaro from the blue line settles. He'll go far side. Evenson sends it down. That one was deflected at the circle. Chance to take it out under control, and they do. That one tipped up. Evenson wants the puck back. Actually, that's Hunt Bond, excuse me. Looking for that puck. It slides past his stick. That'll allow Fleet to chase after it. Flett, excuse me. Tapped into the corner. Held in at the blue line. Picaro. But that was whistled. They say he didn't hold it in. So it'll come out to neutralize. 44 seconds left in the power play. Now, instead of a power play to potentially tie at 3, they're looking for a power play goal to get back within 1. Copeland Fricker scored his second goal of the game shorthanded. McNair backhands it out of the zone. Right to Cook, who knocks it down. He miscommunicated there with Zucker Mandel. Neither one of them took it, so Kuhn did. And he pops it up, ends up between the circles, back down to Cook. Time's a wasting. 25 seconds to go. 8:25 remaining here in the second period. Puck down to the corner. Dewey will track it down for the Stars and send it back the other way. Cook, though, plays it back one corner to the other. 10 seconds to go in the power play. Zucker Mandel calling for it at the blue line to set it up, and he'll fire the powerful shot that deflected not only off of a defenseman but also off of Opalats, and somehow wouldn't slide home. That close, as now the power play expires as we go under 8 minutes to go in the second period. So 0 for 3 on the power play, 3 for 3 killing penalties for Dallas. And they've still got their 2-goal lead, courtesy of that short-handed chance. Johnson let it bounce off the boards behind him, and that's going to put him in a battle now. Coming the other way with Payne. Payne in the corner, tries to turn it back into the circle. Nothing but Stars home there. Bounces ahead, chance for Helm. Helm one-on-one. Helm takes the shot, and that one's behind the crossbar and too high. Let's see if the Stars can create a 5-on-5 chance here. Helm pushed down by Zucker Mandel and checked off the puck. 7:19 to go. Out through neutralized. McNair picks it up. McNair slams it off the boards, bounces back into the zone where Helm's waiting. Cox, who has a goal in this one. He scored the final goal of the first period. Pajos takes it. High shot, knocked down by the glove of Opalats. And he covers it up by his left knee. 7:04 to go in the second period. 4-2 is your lead for the Dallas Stars. That's your storyline. Both teams trying to pick up their first win of the tournament in their final game. Go home on a good note. Puck along the boards. Kelly moves it back in towards Pajos for Colorado. Down into that corner. Back to Johnson. Johnson slings it along the boards. It's intercepted by the Stars. Pounded down by Hayden Cox, who's pointing at a member of the Thunderbirds to say that wasn't an icing, but he's going to lose that discussion. And it'll be the draw back to the glove side of his netminder, Opalats. Cox all the way back down to plead his case, and he's going to be the one that takes the draw. Nifty move, sneaking in there for Howell to gain the puck. That shot from deep, steered away by the blocker of Opalats. Roll-offs. Jamison Charles. Highlands Ranch, Colorado. Took that one from near the blue line. Seen him out on the ice just a bit. Haven't called his name much, though, so far for Colorado. Puck in. Pajos takes the shot and sneaks it through. Initial touch and save made by Opalats. And then Evan Pajos finds his first goal to go with an assist here on the tournament, and they are back at even strength to within a goal at 4-3. 6:06 to go. So the Thunderbirds, who had scored 5 goals in the tournament so far, they've got 3. Two teams combined to score 13 over their first 6 games. First 8 games, rather. They've got 7 here in less than 2 periods. 5:27 to go. Dewey trying to pull it out of the zone. Towards the blue line. Evenson, he'll flip it up, leave it for somebody to take. Johnson knocks it down with his skate. Can't cleanly control with 5 minutes to go. Colorado sends it down, back off the boards, behind the Stars' net. Stars looking to bring it out of their own end. It's Fricker who's got 2 goals. He's on a mission, flying across the blue line, takes it in himself, delivers a pass right to the middle. Puck still left right there on the ice for Luff. He could never get to it. And an interference is going to be called on Colorado. All right. Well, the Stars have been dangerous. 2 power play goals already in 2 chances. And now Payne called for the interference with 4:47 to go and some confusion on the substitutions for Colorado. 4-3 game. Stars with the lead. They took a 2-goal lead moments ago on a shorthanded goal. Now trying to go back up by 2 with a power play goal. That one was blocked away. The diving attempt from Rowan Picaro. Right back to Johnson. Johnson sends it right into the heat of traffic there, and it's poked back out. Hunter Cook off the boards. Picaro, he's tripped, and we'll go 4-on-4. It'll be an extended 4-on-4 with still 1:37 to go and 1 penalty. It's actually going to be a slash that they'll call. Either way you slice it, Picaro ended up down on the deck, courtesy of his hustle, trying to go after that one off the boards there. So as good as Dallas has been scoring on special teams, they haven't stayed out of the box and have given Colorado plenty of chances. This one, I guess, you can abide. As Hamilton is into the box. Because it just means 4-on-4, and they'll get 22 seconds. Will Colorado, all things being equal, on the power play. So Evenson will take the draw. 4-on-4 we go. Cook right off the draw, fires that shot. That one sailing high. Avoided the defenseman in front, but couldn't duck it down below the crossbar. 4:15 to go here in the second period. Sort out this 4-on-4 action for the next minute 20. Barring a Dallas score. Johnson. Neutral ice. With a little more space. Luff Luff between the circles, dishes back to his backhand. He can't fire the shot away. It was steered by the defense, lost into the corner. Now back the other way comes Colorado. Up to Evenson. You want to give him some space to work with. He's outside the circle. Dumps it back down to Zucker Mandel. Off the boards, unable to control, has it poked away. Zucker Mandel poked at it, but Alexander Luff took it away. Moved it to neutral ice, no further. 35 seconds of 4-on-4 remaining. Luff, Alexander Luff dumps it off, right side, shot wide. Down into the corner. Zucker Mandel digging in on Brent Johnson. And now the puck held up. 15 seconds remaining of 4-on-4. Before the Colorado skater comes out and they get 5-on-4. Now 5 seconds. 2:50 to go in the period. Puck held, picked away by Slater. Slater with Freed off the bench and now 5-on-4 in favor of Colorado. And he was already into the zone. So with 16 seconds, they'll come back to neutral ice. And Colorado will try to reset. Nearly had 5-on-5 there, but 15 more seconds, 16 officially. Still left in the Hamilton penalty. 4-3 lead for the Stars. Evenson. Puck at his feet. Puts it at the blue line. That shot deflected down by the stick. Second try off the post. Still hacking at it. And saved by Opalats, who's down on his back. Player on top of him. It's Freed who they're trying to pull off of him, and they eventually do. And Opalats with the puck sitting just off to his left. Waiting for some space, and he'll get up now. Second to go in the 5-on-4. Oh, another penalty coming up as Riddle interfered with the goalie there. So it'll be another 2 minutes coming up. It's 5-on-3 for just a split second. Hamilton's back out. It's 5-on-4. Riddle with the cross check. So Dallas kills off one of the penalties, only to start another. Quickly, shorthanded they come. Slide of a pass from Weiser to Hamilton. We're inside of 2 minutes to go in the period. Good pass, nifty out in front. Picked off the stick of Freed by Weiser. Coming in from the back door. That one's poked towards neutral ice. Minute 20 to go in the power play. For Colorado, they tied it at 1. Since then, they've seen it go 2-1, 3-1, 3-2, 4-2, and now 4-3. Evenson, make that Hunt Bond in behind the net, gets it to Evenson at the blue line. Back down towards the corner it goes. Trying to dive to keep that one in, can't do it. Skips all the way out to Johnson on the far side. Taylor Johnson moves it back along the near boards. Pajos, who scored the last goal, has that one sneak past him. And that's going to bring the icing back the other way with the shorthanded look for Dallas. 51 seconds to go in the penalty. 1:15 remaining here in the period. So Cox will take the draw up against Kelly, who's got 2 goals today. Back to Johnson. Johnson, quick slap. Just goes wide. Bryce Howard. Checked hard to the boards, lost the puck, so shorthanded chance over. Now back the other way. Comes Picaro. Somehow Howell just managed to stay on side. Kelly holds it in at the blue line, taken away. Here comes Howard. Howard sliding past the blue line. Evenson to him. Let him fly by. Howard spins. Had to stop on a dime. Give Evenson credit for stopping up that rush for Howard. Still time ticking away. 10 seconds to go in their power play chance. 32 seconds to go now in the period. Hunt Bond up the far side. Dumps it to the middle to Kelly. Across the blue line with Howell. Howell outside the circle. He fires it in towards Kelly. Blocker save. Out of the right pad. Now we're back to even strength. Right out of the box, the pass coming up ahead to Fricker. Fricker came off the bench as Riddle was out of the box. And that one never caught the stick of Fricker, so with 14.6 to go. Dangerous face-off for Opalats and the Dallas Junior Stars. Face-off, stick side of Opalats. Fricker takes it away. Puck loose along the goal line. Strawn pokes at it. 5 seconds to go. Dallas now just trying to move it out of the zone. Touches the stick of Zucker Mandel, and the horn will sound. 4-3. 4 goals in the first combined. 3 goals in the second. Colorado scored 2 of the 3 to narrow the gap to 1. And the final game for each of these two teams in the Western States Invitational for 2017 will move to the third quarter next, and you'll have it right here on Youth Hockey Hub. Period number 3 of Game 1 on your final day of the 2017 Western States Invitational. From Rink 2 at the Bloomington Ice Garden, I'm J.W. Cox here on Youth Hockey Hub. And it's the Colorado Thunderbirds trailing by a goal, though they picked up the last tally in the second and scored 2 of the 3 goals in the second to narrow that margin from 3-1 into the period to 4-3 into the final period on a clean sheet of ice. They'll skate right to left, trying to solve Alexander Opalats for a couple more goals and pick up their first win. Meanwhile, for the Stars, also winless in the tournament so far, they have had oodles of success on special teams with a shorthanded goal and 2 power play goals so far today. And that, obviously there you can do the math, is keeping them in front by that single goal. It's been 5-on-5 domination, though, for Colorado at this point. Evenson flips one down into the zone. It caught Dewey before it got too far. And poked right back out. Copeland Fricker sends it back into neutral ice. Minute gone in the final period of this one. We'll have one more game coming up. Anaheim Junior Ducks and Rink Academy. The 2 teams in the tournament, Great Plains and Gentry, just scheduling-wise, unable to get together on their final game. 2 local teams, though, missing out on one game, and there's a large, big check, and there's a Colorado player that's down at the backside of the ice, and definitely don't want to see that. Hard check. A lot of times these guys just hop right up. I mean, it's hockey. They know what they're in for. But Evenson, who we have seen his toughness, hitting the hand. He's been playing with an injury to his hand, and he's holding his shoulder as he comes up. He hops up eventually. See, that's what I mean. Even that kind of hit where he's down and obviously in some extra pain, still doesn't wait and hops up. Such is the nature. And Evenson sacrificing a lot there as the medical attention will come in there and check him out. On the bench. So the conversation here, there's no penalty on this. It wasn't whistled because of the penalty. It just, eventually they brought the game to the stop. Evenson down. Now look at him, and he's got his hand underneath his sweater. Just kind of shoulder, collarbone area. He'll walk down and out of the bench area, and the medical personnel from Blue Line Medical. It's been here all throughout the tournament. We'll take a look at him. A little less crowded environment, and his mates have to go out back on the ice. Still down a goal, neutralized faceoff. Bump back down towards their own net. Cook slides it around to the far side. So we've seen Evenson bounce back from basically a bruised hand, heavily bruised. Maybe some more than that, because he's spent some of this tournament with bracing around his wrist and left hand. Blocking shots all over the place, throwing his body all over the place, firing up his team here in this one, trying to find a win. And now he's off the ice for an undetermined amount of time here, and his teammates out there still fighting against this Dallas Stars team that also wants to fight for their first win. They've got 13 minutes to decide it here in a 1-goal game. Stars just didn't have that puck bounce their way as Riley Hunt-Bond had a slow puck moving along the boards, able to pick it up. He ducks that one in. Opalats there with the pad save. Slides out to neutral ice. Cox after it, can't get to it. Zucker Mandel receives the pass up past the blue line to MacArthur. He sends it to the middle. Nobody home there. Kelly trying to sweep in and take it away. Johnson, big check along the boards. And a whistle. And an interference. And the Colorado bench doesn't agree. And their emotions running high right now with Evenson obviously out of the game. And Taylor Johnson called for the interference. .12:35 to go. So Dallas, they are 2 for 3 on the power play so far. And they've scored a shorthanded goal mixed in, as we mentioned at the start of the period. That one hops up into the net. So a golden opportunity to take yet another 2-goal lead. They led it 3-1 and 4-2. This game started a quick pace. 2 goals within 17 seconds of one another to tie this game at 1. Dangerous. In front. Colorado able to pluck it away from their own net. Up past the blue line to Jackson Howell. Howell will track it down with a little bit of space in the corner. He avoids a check there. Just skates away from danger. And now Howell still with it at the circle. Takes a slap at a man on the weak side, and Bo Slater couldn't redirect after it bangs off the pads of Opalats. Minute 14 to go in the power play. Dallas to move it out of the zone. Johnson coming through neutral ice, trying to find the stick of Kuhn. Deflected back out, still hanging on for Weiser to neutralize. Kuhn now does track it down, reverses to the near side for Luff. Alexander Luff moves around a man. Got 2 guys waiting to come into the zone. He ducks it down, chases it back to the corner. Nobody home, turns it over to Howell. Howell will send it down the ice the other way, and that's going to be an icing. Get everybody a shift change, but it's going to come back down the other way. And the power play for the Stars will get a chance. So Tanner Freed against Evan Werner. Fresher legs out there after they got the longer break for the resurface between the second and the third. Hamilton skating at the blue line with it. Goes to Fricky, already with 2 goals. He puts it in the middle. Luff has a little bit of trouble. Sweeps it backhand towards Johnson in the corner. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Colorado trying to kill off just their second of the game. On this, their 4th penalty. Luff with it at the circle. Coach is calling from the bench to move that puck. Fricky and Luff play catch, cycle out, 1 above, 1 below the goal line. That one poked away. Stolen by Strawn. It's going to come back the other way. Strawn across the blue line. Hamilton walls him off, able to knock that away to his teammate Johnson. And then coming in late, Luff, Joseph Luff, pokes it over to the boards. And that's going to expire this penalty. 10:35 to go, so no score this time for the Stars as that one's into the bench. Whistle blows. So they are 2 for 4 now. We're still scoreless here in the third. 10:33 to go. 4-3 lead. Clinging to that for Dallas. They have led since the 5:53 mark of the first period. These 2 teams, as mentioned, they scored 12 goals combined coming into this one. And they've got 7 now. Make that 13 goals combined coming into this one, and they've got 7 now. Hamilton at neutral ice. Tapped it, couldn't control. Right there onto the stick of Howard with a little interception. So we come to the 10-minute mark. Riddle plays it backwards for Dallas. Into his own end. Now he fires it down, and that'll be an icing. There's a lot of traffic at neutral ice. Thought he'd pick up somebody's stick there, but with an even 10 minutes to play, back the other way, and the face-off in the Dallas zone. Opalats taps his stick once down on the ice. He's ready to go with the draw to that stick side. Picaro with it off the draw. Pajos, who has a goal today. Picaro up at the blue line. High point, fires that one down. Pad save by Opalats. Back out Picaro. There's a swift pass out to him. He was able to keep it in at the blue line. Pajos ducks it down below the goal line, tapped out by Cox, and here come the Stars. Stars rolling out quickly with Dewey. Dewey up along the boards. He's walled off, but ducks the puck past the defender. Can't catch up to it. Good defense to keep him off. 9:25 to go here in the third period. Puck caught up in the corner. Taylor Johnson fighting for it. It's free to Cox. Back out to the blue line. Dewey will wrap it around the boards to reverse. It just goes past Helm. Anybody pick it up for Dallas? It's free, but all the way out of the zone. Johnson play it to Dewey on the far side as they work backwards again. They're up by a goal. 9:04 to go. Picked up. Payne through neutral ice. Steps past one defender. Just had it poked away by Wiesert to slow him up just a little. He'll leave the ice. MacArthur checks back in white for Colorado. At the circle. Wiesert up to Kuhn. Pajos cuts him off. Allowed Johnson to come over and pick up the puck. Johnson in the corner with it. Joined by 3 skaters over there with 8.5 to go. Cox coming in close. That one drifts towards the blue paint dangerously and then poked back out on MacArthur's stick. He bluffed a pass there and got Kuhn to fly past him. Now Cox intercepts. Kelly nearly had it. Goes in past Wiesert. And a whistle coming up. And that's going to bring us back the other way. 8:14 to go as we pause here in the third period. 4-3 your score and the lead for the Dallas Stars. And I don't believe we're going to see Kelson Evenson again. For no other reason than precautionary at this point. I mean, not a championship tournament play. Nothing in the traditional sense on the line for these kids at the Invitational. Get him a little bit of chance to recover. He's back up in the locker room. Held in. Zucker Mandel. Now it's out to Luff. Luff in. Luff wrists the shot ahead, and it's plucked out of the air by Savage. So it stays a 1-goal game, though Luff got the loose puck. He was out on a break and couldn't fire it home. 7:41 to go, 4-3. Werner up against Slater. Able to be poked free, out to Strawn. Strawn flying down the ice, steps inside of Riddle. Strawn with it, still at the circle, fires that one, and it deflects in front of Opalats. Still held in. Cook to the corner. Puck centered back in front. Freed was crashing in. Could never find the puck. Fricker had it hop off of his stick. Charles also in contact with it. It was into the zone, offsides. And so a neutralized faceoff coming up with 7:15 to go in the third. Slater and Werner on the draw. Finds its way to the Stars for Johnson. Charles gets to the puck as it slipped ahead. Werner was chasing, taken away. Fricker had it for a moment. And off of his backhand loose. Now Freed. Freed flying into the zone 1-on-4. Fires the shot. That one deflected. Might have caught a piece of the mask of Opalats. And it goes wide. 6:45 to go here in the third period. 1-goal game. One of these teams going to go home with a victory. One going to be denied. As that one goes 5-hole down on Opalats, and he's able to collapse on it before it sneaks through. Face-off coming up. Should be his glove side over there on the far end with 6:38 to go. Off the draw, taken away. Good move from Bryce Howard. Helm got it in too late as Howard flew into the zone. Offsides, back out to neutral ice with 6:31 to go. One more game to come your way, and that's the Anaheim Junior Ducks taking on Rink Academy. That one scheduled for 11:15. And in close, again, it's Howard. He's popped a little bit in this game. He had a breakaway chance in that second period that it was who else but Kelson Evenson who sacrificed the body, or we could have had another 2-goal lead for Dallas. Instead, still a 1-goal game. Thunderbirds fighting with 6:05 to go. Puck in behind the Dallas net. Centered back out in front. Couldn't connect with Bedoin. Again, fired through traffic by Zucker Mandel from the blue line. It's deflected out. Here come the Stars. Hayden Cox all alone, 1-on-2. Outside the circle with Helm behind him. Sweeps it back out in front. That was nearly centered right to Howard, but he was cut off by 2 Thunderbirds. 5:40 to go. Cox shoveling at it. Has it at the goal line. Able to center. Slides through untouched. Back out to Hamilton. He steps around a defender at the circle. Fires the wrister in traffic. Hit his own man. That was Howard. And he's going to feel that one. Got him right in the breadbasket there with some speed from Howard. Rather, to Howard from Hamilton. Back out. Luff one-timer. That one's deflected by the defense out in front. Diving stop by Payne. To the blue line. Hamilton able to shove the puck ahead and hold it in, but it comes right back out towards him and slips out of the zone with 5:12 to go. He brings it in. Fires the shot outside the blue line. Pajos picks it up off the save from Savage. Through neutral ice. Touched once by Flett. For the Stars to try and turn it back in. Now left at neutral ice. Here comes MacArthur. MacArthur outside the circle, beats one man, fires that shot, caught a piece of the metal, and it deflects out. That was crossbar and then deflected out to the far side. 4:45 to go. Back along the boards. Picaro able to hold it in, puck loose. And Picaro picks it up, but outside the blue line. Keeps it from going down the ice, and then sends it back, wrapping around the boards. MacArthur going to skate towards it. Stops on a dime, tries to center, deflected in traffic, taken away by Johnson. Johnson back up for the Stars, stick down on the ice behind him. Johnson trying to work it past Picaro. Now a spinning try from Wiesert. And he very nearly directed that one off the pads of Savage, but he made the save. 4:14 to go in the period. Still a one-goal lead for Dallas, trying to hang on to it with Wiesert. MacArthur knocks it down with his skate blade and then kicks it out towards center ice. Riddle takes it back into the zone. Everybody onside. Flett over to try and help him. As Riddle's down on the seat of his pants. Change coming in. Fricker flies it off the bench. Luff with him. And now we're going to have a penalty as Flett continued to be caught up over there with Pajos. And the play went away from him eventually, and Flett's going to be called for the penalty. So this is the fourth penalty, make it the fifth penalty called on Dallas. And no power play goals yet for Colorado. And they're going to take a timeout to talk about it. 3:55 to go in the game. They'll spend potentially the next 2 minutes on the advantage and a chance to tie this one up late. Here on Youth Hockey Hub with the final day of the Western States Invitational here in 2017. Next game, the Anaheim Junior Ducks and Rink Academy. Rink Academy 3-1. And the Junior Ducks 1-2. Rink Academy scored the second most goals, tied with Gentry. Allowed the second fewest. Both of those marks behind Great Plains. They edged him by 1 in goals, and Rink would give up 10 total goals. Great Plains just 7. So the goal differential plus 14 for Great Plains at the end of the day. Rink's going to get a chance, though, of course, to score a few more goals in one more game than both Gentry and Great Plains. Ducks, meanwhile, 1-2. They beat this Colorado team in overtime by a single goal. Their differential's -5, but they've scored 10, given up 15. So that's your final game here on Youth Hockey Hub for the Western States Invitational. And we'll send you on your way to, if you've a mind, the first football Sunday of the NFL season. So 2 minutes on the power play. Neutralized faceoff, dumps down into the Colorado end. They'll have to do some work to put their offense together. Doing it without Kelson Evenson, who at the beginning of this third period took a hard check into the boards. Left holding his left shoulder. And has not been out on the ice since. That centering pass goes wild. And so with 1:34 to go in the power play, it comes back in to the Dallas end. Pajos is going to take the draw. He'll go up against Hayden Cox. Pajos won that one. Back to MacArthur, who took the slap shot that was deflected off a defenseman. Cox flying down the ice, got caught up with Zucker Mandel, but the puck free. Pajos takes it away. He's got a goal today. Past one blue line, enters into the Dallas zone. Turns at the circle, drops it back to MacArthur. MacArthur wraps it around the boards. Pajos behind, out to Picaro. Picaro tip of the circle, back to Pajos. Through the center of the ice to Zucker Mandel. 1:05 to go. Now they're setting it up, trying to find that tying goal. That errant pass, though, dumps into the corner. That makes Payne fight for it. Back to MacArthur. Zucker Mandel with it up top. 2:50 to go in the game. Taken away. Turned over right to Alexander Luff. Luff skates through neutral ice. Gains the center line and then pushes it back down. Avoid the icing with a line to spare. Zucker Mandel pushes it up ahead to Pajos. Finds Payne. Right in motion. Payne 1-on-3. Takes it in. Has MacArthur behind. Leaves it for MacArthur as he fell down. But then MacArthur has his pocket picked. And here comes Fricker. Fricker through traffic. Payne tries to slap it away. Fricker lost it. And then he himself never came back out of the zone as he dragged it in. So neutralized faceoff coming up. Stars looking to kill off 26 more seconds. That'll take us under 2 minutes. They've had a couple of 2-goal leads. Will they hang on for a 1-goal win? Pick up their first win of the tournament. Colorado came so close with that loss to the Junior Ducks in overtime. That, of course, became a 1-goal game. This, a 1-goal game. 15 seconds to go. Caught up in the Colorado end. Unable to extract the puck. 2-on-1 over there. Finally, the Thunderbirds bring it out, but just 5 seconds to go on the power play. They've been good at even strength. That's where they've scored all their goals, and they're going to have to do it here again as Riddle's out of the box. Flett comes off, and it's now 5-on-5 with 1:45 to go. Stars up by a goal and with possession at neutral ice. Flying through for Howard. Howard at the circle, lost the puck, turned away by Hunt Bond. Out to Flett at the blue line, dumps it down. 2 teammates there, can't pick it up. Instead, it's Cook who sends it around the boards for Colorado. Picked up on the near side by Bedoin. Johnson just held that one in. Howard sliding in the slot. Finally gets the puck, just able to tap it forward. Cook sends it to the far side, sent around by Riddle. Make that Flett, excuse me. Hunt Bond with it off the boards, slams it out of the zone. It'll come back down for the icing, pause the clock with 1:08 remaining here in the third period. So 1:08 to go. Scoreless in this third period. 7 over the first 2. 4 combined in the first, 3 in the second. Fricker took that one away just in front of the blue line. Trying to steer it back down for Werner. All he can do is chase it down to the boards and slap it around. 52 seconds to go in this one. Centering pass, touch just inside the circle. Howard. Make that Fricker with a little shoulder shake to try and create some space. Loses the puck to Freed. Freed with Strawn off to his right. Flett bumps him off the puck. Make that Luff. Defensively, puck caught up. We'll have a neutralized faceoff with 33.7 seconds to go. So Kelly, he comes off. He'll take this draw. And the goalie's off. So the empty net, Slater, who came in as the sixth skater, picks that one up off the neutral ice draw. 25 seconds to go. Open net off to our right. Pulling out all the stops to try and tie it up with 21 seconds to go. Pajos dumps it out in front. Man there. Shot taken. Save made by Obolats. Whistle blows with 15.3 to go. Dallas doing some pushing after that. They got to avoid that. Don't want to end up in the box. Stars haven't allowed a power play goal, and they've scored 2, plus a shorthanded. And that shorthanded goal by Fricker, by the by, is your difference right now. Potential game winner, 15.3. Colorado trying to tie. Howell taps it down into the corner, swept around, stopped by Picaro. Picaro centers back out in front, slapping shot through traffic, deflected away. Up ahead it comes. Howard looking for the puck with a second to go. He's not going to be able to put it in time, but that's enough to get Dallas the win, 4-3. The Junior Stars hang on to pick up their first win. They go scoreless in the third, both ways. The 3 in the first and the 1 shorthanded, the difference maker in the second. And the Stars will finish off with a win. A couple of hard-fought 1-goal losses in the final 2 games. for Colorado in this Western States Invitational. One more game to come your way. 4-3 was the final here. We'll have the Junior Ducks and Rink Academy up next here on Youth Hockey Hub.